What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of BurlyFishing. Today, got a monster bass unboxing for you. This is the regional box for the Midwest / Great Lakes region. You guys are gonna like this. This is a Strike King bio bait takeover, a combo takeover. What does that mean? I don't know. We're gonna see what's in this box here in just a second. Before we open it though, if it's your first time stopping by the channel, consider subscribing, smash the like on this video, ring that notification bell so you can see when we drop more content. I'd love to see you here more often. And hey, come join me and my buddy Paul as we co-host the BurlyFishing podcast live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. You can talk to us in chat. Love to see you there. It's a ton of fun. Let's get to this box. Monster Bass regional box. It's big, it's blue, it's beautiful, and there's a bunch of baits in here we're gonna look at right now. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna start this one off with all the Strike Kings. So a heads up from Monster Bass. By the way, I'm Team Monster Bass. I'm a brand ambassador. Hi, how you doing? I still like to give honest reviews on all the boxes I unbox, and I also do that with this. There have been times I haven't liked baits that came out of the box. It's okay, it happens. Nobody's gonna bang it out 100% of the time. We'll see how this box does today. One thing I think you guys should know that I think is really unique and cool that Monster Bass does that other boxes don't is that over the winter months, rather than trying to do just a regular monthly thing here, use these things to catch baits and they're just like generic bass baits and whatever, is they go more unique. So like last month we had some unreleased baits from a bunch of cool companies. This month we got Strike King Bio Bait Takeover. I don't know what next month is, but in March we have the Bassmaster Classic box coming, which is all baits that have won the Bassmaster Classic before. So they're legit baits, obviously, but I think that's cool. They're doing like this theme, and then after March, it goes back to the standard regional box. I've actually got a link in the description below if you want to go check them out, and you can use the code SAVE15 if you want to save 15 bucks off your first box. All caps, SAVE 15. Go do it. Here we go. So Strike King, first off, got a pretty cool looking bait here. So this is called the Swingin' Sugar Buzz, and it's buzz bait. Definitely like buzz baits. I got more into them this year. Been getting on that buzz bait sauce, and this one is unique. It's one I'm very interested to throw around as soon as possible, and that's because it's got a little swing jig situation going on. So we've got our buzz bait blade right there, clanging, banging, making tons and tons of sounds. By the way, this comes in like my favorite color of all blade baits, jigs, and spinner baits to throw around me. White and chartreuse, favorite color combo. We've got just sort of your generic little situation down here with your bait keeper hook and all that. That's fine. So that swinging action is going to do all sorts of wacky stuff when this hits the water. I'm very interested to see how it fishes, if it fishes really well on top or not, and how it fishes around cover, all of that. But I like that. It doesn't feel novelty, it feels unique, but that it'll probably catch some fish. So let's see. We'll see this season once the ice goes away, eventually. Next up, we've got a straight classic fire lipless bait. So this is a red eye shad. Funnily enough, without red eyes, this one, they do come without red eyes. They're called the red eye shad. This is a 1/2 ounce, and this has got to be just like one of the best lipless baits of all time. Like you straight know you're gonna catch fish on this thing. Awesome lipless bait, good size, I think. Tinny rattle, you knew it was coming. Haven't hooked myself yet this video. Let's see what happens, there's still time. So it's got a pretty heavy rattly situation going on here. We've got some good quality hooks, you always wanna see that. But overall, this color is called Sexy Blue Black Herring. Got like this little yellow chartreuse-ish lateral line. Got the darker blue up on top, mostly like this ghost white color throughout. And yeah, I mean, it just looks good. It's loud, it's heavy, 1/2 ounce. And I do like how these fish as well. It's got like this really nice flat front section, so it aids in diving, and then the tapered body, so it's gonna vibe really well as you pop your rod or rip your rod up, or however you like to fish your liplesses, man. It's up to you. This one I was excited for. So this is the flat side 1.5. It's an 8 to 12 foot diving, flat sided crankbait. Yeah, it's that. If you guys don't fish the flat sides, I have this in a few different colors. The flat side is a pretty phenomenal crankbait for like the early and late season, where bass are looking for those easier meals. So this looks like a smaller profile than your standard crankbaits with their big fat bulbous bodies. If you're throwing square bills, I recommend flat-sided square bills. I think they're fantastic. Lipless baits, things like that. That's why they bang. And those bigger, bulkier body baits would be something that I throw more towards late spring, early fall, and summer in that like main season portion. So this color is called Phantom Watermelon Red Craw. Check this out. So that like green pumpkin, red flake top. Look at the red on the bottom. That belly section is just nuts. Again, good quality trebles on these. You've got that slightly bigger bill. You're gonna have a nice wobble to this thing. I like the recessed section there with the D-ring, the split D-ring there. So it's gonna have better action. And again, it's diving to 8 to 12 feet. Pretty great water depth range, I think, for like most bodies of water that I have around me. And then you got those little red eyes there as well. Solid. I love it. It's definitely a color that I don't have. It's a different, unique color that I definitely want to be throwing around. Gonna give that a shot soon. Next up, we got the J. Lee, the Jordan Lee Comeback Jig, which is supposedly, I've never fished it myself, a phenomenal jig. We'll see. We'll see about that. So this, kill him. Kill him. Comeback. So we don't have the color on here, but I can probably guess. It's brown. So this is a 1/2 ounce jig, and it is a football jig, right? So football jig with a flat bottom. So we're talking bottom contact looking like that. We've got pretty nice brush guard situation going on here. What's interesting about this, I think, is that the skirt is different from your normal silicone material. It's very interesting. It's like, it's a little bit thicker strands, very like ropey, kind of like, I don't know, man. That's interesting. So it's brown skirt, brown painted jig. There's your little hook keeper. There's your little bait keeper right there. Lighter wire hook for a jig too. Look at this. Look at that. It's like what, 2/0, 3/0? A little lighter wire, but I mean, I'm sure it's durable. That's pretty awesome. Very unique, like looking, feeling jig that I'm gonna be throwing around. In these boxes, you're probably always gonna get hooks. I mean, it's terminal tackle. It's kind of boring, but it's also, I don't know, necessary. You need hooks to catch fish. And this month being that we have all these BioBait plastics, we're gonna need some hooks to rig them up with. So we got some offset worm hooks here in a 4/0, and they're in red. So unique, different hooks, something to do. We know it's the boring part, but kind of need it, I guess. All right, next thing. So I do have these. I actually got these like last year and maybe some other box. I can't even remember. So this is a BioBait leech. Now, I'm gonna open these only because I care about y'all and I want you to see all these baits. Don't say I never did nothing for you. Well, they are juiced up, so they're a little bit messier, but I want you to get a full view of this, the body of this bait. Check this out. So what we got is a leech. It looks like a leech. You got your fat end, and then you've got your slightly more tapered tail. Check that out. And the tail's a little bit flatter as well, so you're gonna get a ton of action with that. And these are made really to be drop shotted. You could do a couple different things with it, but rigging this up to that offset worm hook, not really gonna work. I would just drop shot this. It's a great size for that. It's like 3-4 inches. And that flat tapered body is gonna have a ton of action. So why wouldn't you? Cool thing about BioBait, if you guys aren't familiar with them, is that one, we get, what, 8 plastics in here. So you get a decent number of plastics, but they never dry out, so they're all juiced up, right? That juice is not gonna dry out, scent's gonna stay there. Scent is good, they're tear resistant, so they're a little more durable, but they're also safe for the fishies. They're biodegradable baits. Like if they pop off your hook, I don't know if you guys have ever found used fishing plastics in the water. You see how they like just inflate? They don't really like break down. Well, these biobaits do, so these will actually dissolve over time, which is safer for the fish and the fish environment, which is, it's cool. It's something I can definitely appreciate through conservation of nature, my friends. We've got more biobaits here. Boom, we got a little fluke. A fluke, and I have not seen this one from them before. Woo, woo. It's a good size fluke too. It's like 5-inch fluke, watermelon. Look at that, look at that. So I mean, it looks like a fluke, right? So you got your little forked tail there, skinnier body, plush plastic, and then again, these are supposed to be well scented. Scent doesn't go away. They're pretty durable, but they are biodegradable in case they pop off. You got the drill. Nice color, something different for me to be throwing around, and something actually appropriate in the next month or so when it's spring, ice melt off, all that stuff. We'll be throwing some flukes around. Also something I really like to throw in the fall. The scent is filling my office right now. Finally. Decent chunk of heckin' baits in here. I gotta say, your value's in this. Here we go. So we got a stick worm, a Senko. Unless you're a purist and you say, oh, Gary Yamamoto is the only one that has Senkos. You can't say that. All right, fine. Then it's a stick worm. So here we go. Got a worm. It actually, kind of surprised. It's got really good action there. So we're wacky rigging this. We're using that offset worm hook. Came in handy. And it's in straight green pumpkin, which, is there another color out there? Yes, there's tons of colors, but green pumpkin works everywhere, all the time. Good choice in color, in my opinion, with that. And we get, how many do we get? 8 of them. Unlike some companies throwing me 5 packs. Get out of town, you wackos. Stickworm, 8-pack. Got a 6-pack of the flukes, 10-pack of leeches for drop shotting. That's all our biobaits. Got that flat side crankbait from Strike King. We got the comeback jig, very interesting football headed jig, swinging sugar buzz, and the classic red eye shad. So, do we got baits that'll catch fish? Yes, we do. We got baits that hold value. Yeah, usually if you buy these things individually, they're pretty expensive. So for $36.99, the price of the box, I gotta say it's a pretty darn good deal that we just got. I definitely see the value in this box, and you don't always see the value in these monthly boxes. So that's one thing we gotta look at. Again, oh, you guys, hooks. We got hooks too. So again, I am a brand ambassador for Monsterbass. I do like to disclose that every time. But, I mean, you gotta admit, I'd be pretty happy with this box even if I wasn't a brand ambassador. And there is a reason that I became a brand ambassador for them. Because I got the box for a long time and I really liked it. Out of all the other, you guys know I get all the boxes. This is still my number one. People do ask me still. They're like, what's your number one? There, right there. There you go. All right, guys. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you're on the market for a new box, you just wanted to get a sneak peek at what January's Monsterbass box looks like. It looks like a gosh dang banger. The thing is, that's good. There's some good stuff in there. I think you guys are going to like it. So again, if you want to check it out, get your first box. Use code SAVE15, S-A-V-E, all caps, 15. You'll save 15 bucks off your first box. Got a link in my description below if you want to go order one. Check it out. Let them know I sent you. And enjoy. Go fish. Maybe you have open water where you're at. If you're down south, super jealous of you. That'd be awesome. Go fish it. Enjoy it. Have fun. I'll be patiently waiting for ice up here so I can fish again soon. Soon. It's gonna happen. If you guys want to see more unboxing videos, gear reviews, tackle reviews, and fishing videos, the works, consider sticking around. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like on this video, ring that notification bell so you can see when I drop more videos, and come hang out with me and my buddy Paul every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for a live podcast on YouTube. Love to see you there and talk to you in chat. It's a ton of fun. Till the next video, you guys, I'll see you out on the water.